always clean the house at home.
I'll do the meatloaf sandwich.
You got it.
Oh boy. That doesn't look good. Not good at all. All right, so this is our, we call it our blade tractor, but it's a little bit older New Holland 8870 Genesis. We got a silage blade on front. We also use it for pushing some snow. And well, it also now is down a tire. I'm gonna have to interrogate the guy who did this for sure, because this is just more work we didn't need. And it looks like there's some tires up here that we had in our barn. Off a tractor we converted to ginseng. So if I know what's gonna happen here, and I think I do, we're gonna put these tires on the front of that tractor. And I wanna make it very clear, I am not a tire changing professional. I don't do this every day. I've done it before. I'm not very good at it in respect to I'm not very fast. I've watched the professionals that do it, and they'd probably have this done already in the time that I've talked. But not me. This is more than likely going to take all day. So you might as well come and have some fun with me, because I just so happen to know that a tire this size is going to be a workout. This one's already off the bead. The bead is known as this thing right here, where it sits against the rim right there. So this is the bead. That just so happens to be one of the hardest things to get off. We don't have the tool to do it. I have an idea of how I want to get it off. So we're going to try it. Here's the good tire on the other side. It has to be changed because this is a four-wheel drive tractor. We're going to make sure that the tires, when you're in four-wheel drive, we don't ruin the front end with different height tires, because those are brand new. This one's wore down almost. There's probably only 30% left, maybe a little less. So that could change the height of each side, which would then put more stress on one side than the other, and so on and so forth, and we don't want that. So that means I have 1, 2, 3 beads to break, the front and back of each bead, and take all the tires off, and then mount new ones and somehow reseat the beads, which means, okay, once you get them on, that's all fine and dandy, but what about when you need to fill them with air? Yeah, we're gonna have to then somehow get air back in these things. But my cousin, Pat, he does have one of those big tire blaster, bead blaster things, so I think we're gonna try to get that. And see how it works. I've used it on the small tires only a couple times. So these big tires, that'll be something interesting. So, all right, let's get this done. Need to get the right tools. These here are called tire wrenches. You can kind of see they're kind of like egg-shaped on the end for working with tires. I'm gonna need some gloves and probably some musical motivation. I think I'm going to start easy and work my way to the hardest. This one already has the bead off, so I'm going to just take the tire off somehow. Okay, I definitely am going to have to get this front end up higher. So. I think I did something good. I got the bead off the back. I did. So I'm going to work from the back, and I'm going to put a bar and just kind of keep walking the bar all the way around while prying up, and that should get this off no problem. on the floor right here where I'm trying to get some grip is really slippery. That's my excuse. All right, let's give it the old kick once. Woo! I got it. All by myself. Oh my gosh. That thing's heavy. I need to clean up the bead right here where the tire's gonna sit and where it's gonna seal. There's a bunch of junk here. We're gonna want it to seal up really good so it doesn't leak. Okay, let's do a little workout first. 1, 2, 3. Oh! Let's try to get one of these tires off the rim, just like we did with that one, but more difficult. Holy man, I started the tractor up for those few seconds and it's just all full of diesel fuel smoke, but I do have the window open and the exhaust fan on, but man, did that not take long. Whoa. My plan is to use that to press down on that bead to pop it off on both sides, and then I can just do what I do with those tire irons to get it off, and we'll put it back on that rim the opposite way. So, but first, let's get this skid steer out of here. Okay, let me tell you my plan. We're gonna use the edge of this fork. We're gonna get right in here by this bead, and we're just gonna like use the weight of the forklift to press down to break that bead. The good thing with the bead is once it starts to break, or once it is broken, I can probably just jump on it with my body weight and finish breaking the rest of it. So we're gonna do the same thing for the other side. Alright guys, that did not work. The forklift is really good at lifting heavy things, but apparently it's extremely bad at pushing down. So, we're gonna grab the skid steer and a set of pallet forks, and that should do it. I know for certain I can get that skid steer and pallet forks to press down on it, where this thing just didn't do nothing. Okay, so I'm trying to get my fork right between here and break this down, but it's not working. Yeah, I think I'm fighting a losing battle here. I don't know. I don't know how I'm gonna get that off. Not to mention I gotta do this side, the other side of it, that tire on two of them, 2 beads, and then the tire that's still on that tractor. Yeah, Let me try one thing. Ow. I just hit my funny bone. Let's just do this. Okay, problem with this is I don't have a lot of those tools. All right, let me think here a little bit. I'm pretty sure I'll be able to figure something out and get back with you, I guess. I don't know. I'm just gonna search high and low for a bunch of tools. Okay, I will get this. I figured before I get the big hammer and start actually working, we'll try the tractor. Should have some more front end leverage. I'm gonna be honest with you guys, I don't give up very easily, but boy, right now in my mind I'm outweighing the, okay, how much time am I gonna spend trying to break 6 more beads compared to, well, spend/waste. I'm already wasted a ton of time and it's not even budging at all. I don't have the right tools, number one. Or do I call somebody out here or take the tires to a place, I mean, when it's not far, they can come out and change them for me. They have all the right tools and they do it every single day. They'll probably have it done in about an hour and it would take me the rest of this day, probably some of tomorrow. For what? And the chances of me ruining a tire doing it that way are pretty high. And we already priced one of those tires right there. They're about 900 bucks. So just so you know, one little wrong move with the fork or something and 900 bucks down the drain and we're calling somebody anyway. All right guys, I have an idea. And this idea is gonna take a couple hours, okay? Because we are gonna make a bead buster. Just checked online what they look like and how they work. They're actually pretty simple. I believe I have enough scrap steel here to get something done in a somewhat timely fashion. But just remember, once I get one done and it works successfully, I will have a bead buster now. They're about 300 bucks online. I think I can get it done in a few hours work and some scrap steel. Whether it's gonna work good, that's to be found out yet. But you know what? I don't give up easily, so I am going to give it a shot. All right, guys, here's the deal. I think I have enough stuff to make this. I gotta run outside to the scrap rack or our steel rack and see what I can find for a few extra pieces. I got some long bolts and I would say in a couple hours I'd pretty much have this thing completed. So the plan is to make a thing to break the bead. How about that? All right, guys, this is what I came up with. Well, I didn't really come up with it. I'm semi-copying a design here that I found. But you tighten this long, hold on. You tighten this long bolt here, and that comes out like that and releases the bead. Well, breaks it, should. But first you got to clamp it to the rim with this and this bolt right there. You'll get it. You'll make sense of it all as soon as we get it up on the tire. But currently I just got done welding, so it's extremely hot. So I think we will run it outside and let it cool down, because it's, I mean, 9 degrees out. That should cool it down fairly quick. Put a leather glove on, okay, because it is really hot. Oh, and it's also slightly overbuilt, Ethan. It's about a 25-pound hunk of steel. And we'll throw it in the snow. Ready? Here we go. And nothing. Usually it like sizzles and burns and melts the snow, but not today. All right, guys, just brought it in from outside. It's maiden voyage. It's still quite warm though. Take her down. I want to take it off. It's fine. It's off, Dad. Trust me.
Yeah, I know.
Woo! That worked pretty good. We have a few questions for a possible suspect. This is a small interrogation. Why we're even doing this? Did you or did you not blow the tire in the tractor?
I did blow the tire, and I found an instigation that did. I just went left.
I thought he'd be a little bit more skeptical.
Over it again, just to show you it wasn't going to happen again.
Woo! That worked really good, guys. Wow. We now have a bead breaker.
Watch out, Ethan. Let's go this way. Turn it.
Yeah,
go
right over there.
Okay, let it go. Let it go.
Okay. On to the next side. Tell me how impressed you are.
I am extremely impressed. I got the other one laying down there already. We'll do that one right away.
This is the hardest part of changing a tire.
Oh,
a big
my
tractor
gosh.
tire is breaking the gosh darn bead.
Yeah.
Uh-oh. Is the thread, you think? Well, that one worked again. So we just got to get this out. I don't know. Something's happening to the threads there. This is all we had. It's a soft bolt.
Yeah, and are we ruining the threads?
We'll probably end up ruining these threads as we go up and down all the time.
Yeah.
We're going to need something.
A harder bolt.
Yeah, but we don't have anything that's threaded this long. All right, I was gonna try to get one tire off here, but we're gonna stop and eat. The boss man says it's time to eat.
This is what your choice is. The meatloaf sandwich with fries.
Okay.
Or this right here.
Okay, so we got to make a slight modification to our bead breaker. I used some all thread bolts that I had, but they just weren't heavy enough. They were a soft grade. Actually, this is one of them right here, a 1/2 inch soft grade bolt. So Dad went to our local bolt guy. We got what looks like 3/4 inch rod, and he said it's a grade 7 and some really heavy duty nuts. So this is going to do the trick for us. So I need to cut off this top plate right here, weld on a new nut, make the hole a little bit bigger, and off we are. Hey, how many guys does it take to take a tire off? Remember earlier I got the one off by myself? Look at this. Come here. Come here. One, two, three. 3 guys. Oh, that's funny. We're just super tire experts over here. All right, I got to keep going on this. I'm almost done upgrading that bolt size, and we'll be able to keep popping those beads off. Okay, I came all the way over here to put a new battery in and get the hammer, because I got the upgrades made to the bead breaker. Like at this angle. I'm happy to report that, ouch, that works really good. First things first, I'm gonna need,
What, did you use the 6-inch bolt?
I'm gonna switch it out for a threaded rod, a big heavy duty one. Otherwise you're switching between,
Oh, okay, I'll put a 3/4 inch in there.
I'll put a 3/4 inch in
I
there.
got enough nuts.
Yeah, otherwise you're switching between sockets all the time. And Ethan was getting very mad. There she went. We got it. This is how I clean the house at home. Nice job, guys. Should we throw that on there real quick?
Can't get it on that easy. You need a little concrete or a little underwear.
I know. What?
I got the same problem, Ethan, so don't feel
that
bad.
big-
That was worth spending 2.5 hours building that, that's for sure. All right, I'm just wrapping up the final change to this bead breaker that I got going here. And it works really, really well. We upgraded the size of this bolt that pushes the bead to a 3/4 inch bolt, and that works really nice. But the problem we had was this 1/2 inch bolt we had here, which worked just fine. You have to have 2 different sockets all the time, and you have to switch between them. So if you're doing it by yourself, it gets kind of cumbersome to constantly switch back and forth, because that's kind of what you need to do. So I'm just going to cut a small threaded rod, 3/4 inch rod. We're going to switch it to this exact same size as this, and this thing will be officially done. And I'm quite impressed, to be honest with you. It works quite well. Well, it is officially finished. There it is. Upgraded the size of this bolt. It's the exact same as this one, so you just need 1 impact back and forth. I put a locking nut on this bolt so that it doesn't vibrate off, because it was starting to vibrate off a couple times. And yeah, turns out it works pretty good. I had to leave real quick there for a minute for a quick meeting. But Dad and Ethan got that other tire changed. So today went from changing tires, took a small detour to build a bead breaker, back to changing tires, and this is what it looks like. So there they are. They're on there. I wasn't able to help mount them, well, just a little bit, but this is the one. This is the good one yet. We're gonna save that one. So Dad, what'd you think of that bead breaker?
That was amazing.
Totally awesome.
Totally awesome.
I have a feeling it's a small compliment towards me. That'll be it for this video. It turned out to be a halfway exciting day building that stuff. I'm not sure how long it's going to be. It might be 2 minutes long. It might be 20 minutes long. But we're going to whip it together, and we're going to highlight that bead breaker deal. That was quite amazing. So I think that'll be a good 2.5 hours it took me to build, and a bunch of scrap metal. That'll be a good 2.5 hour investment of my time, and that is going to last a long time. So I'm actually kind of excited, but appreciate you guys watching, and we'll catch you next time.